I got a message from Genevieve.
Okay, hold on. We'll get right to that in just 1 minute.
Oh, crap.
So what's up, everyone? This is the Tin Man with the Resistance. If you're watching this, you are the Resistance, and I need to find beer. We got Grandmaster Revan and Tommy Bird. And Mr. Giggles is out on a quest for love for Rainbow Snatch. Apparently he saw Rainbow Snatch and he is head over heels in love. So he is on his way to Texas to try to find her and do God knows what with her. I think he said something about wanting to see if the carpet matches the drapes.
It doesn't.
Probably doesn't. Anyway, Grandmaster Robin, you said that you got a message from Genevieve.
Yeah, she said it's on the
group chat.
Yeah, it's a group chat in here. And she said, let me see here where. Okay.
Oh, I told her to be topless, and she said, "I don't think so."
Yeah. She says also, give her a bit. She haven't. Well, it says here, give me a bit. I have to get where there is better reception.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that same message. I got it pulled up on my thing. Okay. So let's pick up with Harp. Now, Tommy Bird, I know you know a bit about Harp. Grandmaster Evan, you know about Harp. I know about Harp. And Connor elaborated on some elements of Harp and a few other things in his video homework for everybody. Now, the question is, are these hurricanes a result of Harp? Some people are arguing yes, because of cloud seeding and the other forms of manipulation. But let's really dive into this, because there's valid arguments on both sides of the coin here.
I'd like to clarify that Donald Trump did not cause the hurricane. So there you go. That's out of the way. So good.
How the hell can you start a hurricane? It doesn't even make any sense.
Well, it's Jennifer Lawrence, the Illuminati slut, who said that these hurricanes were revenge for Trump's win, which basically I don't give a shit. Whoever won it. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, and you got the Christian community saying that it's God's wrath for the legalization of gay marriage or masturbation or shit like that. And I even asked a Christian, I'm like, okay, so you're saying that the hurricane that flooded Texas was spiritual retaliation for the legalization of gay marriage. So since he's attacking the gays, right? And they go, yeah. Why didn't they attack San Francisco? Why didn't the hurricane hit in San Francisco?
Because California.
Because all the faggots are in Tennessee.
Oh, man. The pitch, the hit. The crowd goes wild.
No wonder you want to come down here and visit so bad.
Oh, shit, dude. Oh, fuck.
No wonder Tommy Bird wants to come down and visit so much.
Oh, the price is right, buddy.
Yeah.
The price is wrong, Bob.
Price is right, bitch.
Okay.
No, okay. All right. I have some gay friends, and I do believe that everybody has the right to believe whatever they want, whether I agree with it or not. I mean, I gotta support my friends. I mean, it's their choice, not mine.
Yeah.
And it's not really up for us to judge people for what they want. You know what I mean? I mean, this is called America. It's supposed to be a free country.
Myself, I am a parent of a gay son. So, and proud as my boy.
Yeah,
You
even the
shouldn't
church
judge-
knows my standpoints on gays. They're like, how do you view gays and lesbian relationships? Well, apparently in high definition was the wrong answer.
Now,
Nothing.
being
Nothing. Nothing! I make a joke and nothing! Damn.
Shit. My
Asshole.
my son.
I say unto you, this conversation is too long, and it came to pass like.
My son goes to a college in Lemoore, California, and he told a gay joke, even though my son's gay. His teacher's assistant, who's gay himself, got offended of it.
What?
That's retarded, man.
And my son is, I mean, he puts millennials to shame, dude. I mean,
Oh, yeah. That's not hard to do.
and my son is not a Republican or Democrat. He's a Whig. He's part of the modern day Whig party.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. I mean,
How I
I'll
look
make
at
jokes at gays, too. I mean, we got a coworker. I've mentioned this motherfucker several times. Every time he gets pissed off, he lashes out at our supervisor and blames her because she's gay. And I said it the other night. I'm like, because it actually came up in conversation after he left. I'm like, don't even sweat him. The only reason he's pissed off, and I said this in front of my gay supervisor, the only reason he's pissed off is because she's getting more pussy than he is.
Oh damn!
Oh yeah, everybody was dying. Because I'm always one of the last people to leave. Because I'm the unloader, so I am literally one of the last people to leave that factory. Because I'm the one who does the majority of the paperwork for that freaking department. So yeah, I get to pop off all kinds of jokes.
I tell you what, if you want to get good advice from a relationship wife, ask a gay guy.
Sad thing is, that's true. You want good dress tips and you want good fucking relationship advice? Talk to a gay guy. No
That's right.
argument there.
Do I agree?
Do you agree?
Do I agree with gay marriages? No. Do I agree that it should happen? No. Am I going to stop it? No.
No. Nobody
It's
can.
not my choice. We're supposed to, people are looking at the fact that people are different things. Gay, Muslim, Baptist, Mormon. They're looking at they're not looking at who they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're only looking at titles.
And it's not our job to judge people, period. So it's like, we're supposed to support them no matter what. Even if you don't believe them, you support them because you love them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, love the sinner, hate the sin.
That's right. You know what I mean? It's not up to us to put people down for it. They'll figure that stuff out by themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't demonize somebody.
I have a lot of friends, and I tell you what, one of my bestest friends that I don't even see anymore in California, and half of them are gay. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, don't judge people who they are. Judge them for the kind of person they can be. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You gotta be there for them to help them with the future. You know, or help
judge
them
them for the
progress.
content of their
But
character.
it's not our job to judge them for what they are.
Yeah, don't judge them for the color of their skin or their religious background or where they're from or their sexual orientation. Judge them for the content of their
It has to
character.
be by their action. Their
Yeah.
actions.
Yeah, judge a
That's
person
it.
by the content of their character.
Okay. For instance, a lot of people are trying to go out there and try to, for instance, if someone's got a gun and they're going to kill themselves, I mean, am I going to stop them? No, but I could be that one friend that stand next to him and say, "Hey, this is wrong." You know what I mean? There's other things to do besides doing this, you
Yeah.
know. And you know, it's just it sickens me that people are willing to judge people for what they do and not for who they are. You know, it's like
Yep.
it's either you get accept that or not. If you don't like it, then walk away and shut your goddamn mouth. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And it's pretty ridiculous that people are so judgmental. You know, you want to assign labels to everybody and every fucking thing. Oh, you fly a certain kind of flag, you're a bad person. Oh, you believe this certain religious ideology, you're a bad person. Oh, your skin
am
color
I
is this,
am
you're
I
fucking
gay?
racist.
Right. Am I gay? No.
You're
No.
about the happiest
But am
motherfucker
I
I know,
going to
so
go
yeah.
to a gay bar to whip my dick out and put it on the table for a free drink? Yeah, okay, I'll do it.
So if you stick your dick in it and it starts vibrating, would that be constituted shaken or stirred?
Damn.
Would that be considered shaken or stirred?
Well, it all depends.
No, we got a joke. This guy gets more pussy than anybody I've ever fucking met. I'm like, dude, does it fucking vibrate or something? Fuck.
Here's something that's totally, I mean, insane to even hear about it, even on media.
Huh.
I was telling Tim about it yesterday that I watched the CNN for a few minutes, and Will Butcher had his doing a story on the Hurricane Harvey and shit,
Okay.
and a college professor said that
It's racist or sexist or something?
it's sexist because a hurricane with a female name can do more damage than a hurricane with a man's name.
I'm sorry, but you know what? If you get a woman pissed off, she can do a substantial amount of damage.
Yeah,
Right? That's not being
perhaps.
sexist. That's just stating a fact, man.
Yeah.
There's a reason. There's the old saying, hell hath no fury like a woman's scorn. Okay? You piss a woman off,
Yeah.
put your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye.
But the thing is,
Or did we
Why-
forget about Lorena
why-
Bobbitt?
why are we labeling? Why are we giving names to natural disasters? Okay.
I've always wondered that.
A hurricane has no genitals. It has no sex. It has no. It's just a natural fucking disaster like a tornado, avalanche, tsunami, earthquake, a volcano eruption, and whatnot.
Yeah.
But what are we going to do now? Give it a earthquake in California named Bertha? What the fuck, dude? Come on now.
Oh, yeah,
It
that's
doesn't
going to
make-
piss off every fat woman.
I'll tell you what, if our president was in charge of this hurricanes and all that shit, I would be standing clear and fucking stop fucking with the president.
Well, here's why I don't agree with this idea. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of valid arguments as far as the science is concerned. But here's the thing. The agenda is to divide and conquer the people, right? That was their initial agenda for right now,
100
right?
years.
Yeah, it's for the past few years, the divide and conquer narrative. Now, what happened as a result of this hurricane? It brought people together, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kind of counterproductive. Now, if that was Trump's goal to undermine the New World Order agenda to divide and conquer, fucking the guy's a mad genius. Don't necessarily condone all the deaths as a result of the factor, but you know, sometimes you gotta break a few omelets or break a few eggs to make an omelet. As the saying would go, and some people will probably agree with that in the grand scheme of things, and some people won't.
The only people who are in charge of certain weather is God. And it's no one but, it's just an act of nature.
Oh, yeah.
And people are so easy to point a finger at somebody and blame somebody because why? Why?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, you have chemtrails, you have cloud seeding, you have HARP. We have these things that are able to influence certain types of weather, such as possibly creating a rainstorm, you know, to maybe create clouds and accumulate moisture in order to generate rain in an area. But I'm not sure that they have that it's to the degree of creating, sustaining, and remote controlling something as large as a level 5 hurricane. I personally don't see how that's remotely possible. Yeah, you can fly jets around it like Connor was suggesting to guide the hurricane's trajectory, but to create and maintain the hurricane, that's a trick. That's a hell of a trick. And I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying, was that really the case here? Because the likelihood of creating one hurricane is really, really mind-boggling. But to create 3? Hey, I mean, I know we got badass technology, but damn, that's a hell of a trick right there.
HARP was supposed to be a tool to help get free energy to the masses around the world and shit.
I remember.
And Nikola Tesla wanted to design free energy to the masses.
Yep, then you got what happened to him.
Yeah, then you got JP Morgan, who pulled out of.
Yeah, JP Morgan and David Rockefeller had him killed. And then accredited fucking Edison as being some fucking renowned hero.
But he wasn't. He was a thief.
Yeah, he was a thief and
a liar, a fraud.
Yeah.
And counterfeit.
A piece of dog shit. What do you want?
Yeah, I'll agree with that, given that I have a $400 electric bill because my damn roommate doesn't know how to turn off the fucking
There's
light.
a statue. There's a statue of Tesla. And
well, you better watch out for the statues. They're gonna start fighting back.
Right?
The statue of Tesla is giving off Wi-Fi.
Oh!
Free Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
I wonder who did that.
I don't know.
Wonder who wired that bad boy up.
I mean, it sounds good. I mean, holy shit. Just the thing is, I mean, you go to these coffee shops and whatnot, you get free Wi-Fi. Holy shit, you better watch out, man. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I was on my son and I were on a Greyhound bus, and the bus had free Wi-Fi. I went to use it, got a warning. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I won't use Wi-Fi because it wasn't safe.
Sexy.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't safe. So.
Wait, what? I think we just went in a random direction. Okay. So let's talk about 9/11. What elements of 9/11 do we want to discuss? 9/11 is tomorrow. We already know it was an inside job. We know that jet fuel can't melt steel beams. We discussed the elements that 2 motherfuckers on an airplane with box cutters are not going to overpower an airplane filled with hundreds of people.
No, because that's impossible, man. Because you have, 4 people on each plane with box cutters and shit?
Huh.
Impossible. Yeah, unless planes were controlled remotely and shit.
Huh.
All right, we're talking about 9/11, right?
Yeah.
My thing is, they had this plan like once before they even took off with these planes.
Yeah, well, it was obviously planned. If you remember correctly, in 1991, they tried to hit the World Trade Center in 1991 on September 11th. Hey, King Cole, welcome to the party, my friend.
Yeah, I know you're doing this on Facebook.
Yeah, that's a pain, I know. We are discussing 9/11 right now.
I'm gonna try to join you on my computer.
Sounds good to me. Whoa, I changed everything. It's all screwy. Whoa, I'm trying to figure this out. How come I can't get myself to pop up when I talk? Damn it, this is going to piss me off. Alright. The basic synopsis. We know 9/11 was an inside job. We know bad things were happening that don't make a lot of sense. The official story makes absolutely no sense. I mean, we've covered all those narratives. Here's a question. I read recently that FEMA is running out of money as a result of these hurricanes. And being that 9/11 is tomorrow, is that a red flag for something bad going to happen?
I hope not.
It's a good question there. I mean,
the platforms provided.
Look at the Red Cross. I mean, look at the Red Cross.
Hmm?
Look at the Red Cross. I mean, you had this lady. She brought between 400 to 600 hamburgers to the survivors of the hurricane and shit.
Oh.
And a representative from the Red Cross put her ass down because she gave food to these people.
Yeah.
I mean, like, dude, she's helping people, man. I mean, see, we need to help somebody. I mean, you just can't sit there. Because the Red Cross, all they want is fucking donation, man. And the thing is, they're not going to help anybody.
No.
It's all about fucking money, dude. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, look at the Mormons. They are always the first, if not soon to follow, in response to a natural disaster. Anytime something happens, they're always the first, or at least one of the first, to be there to help. Bring food, and right now they're cleaning out the storehouses and shit like that to provide food and clothes to these people in Houston. And it's not funded by any charity or anything.
No.
I mean, that's funded by the church and its members. And you got the Helping Hands projects. You've got the Bishop Storehouse. You've got the JustServe.org, which is not just a Mormon thing. This is a culmination of churches all around the world who are involved in this. But yet you have organizations like the Red Cross who just want fucking money.
Same as Joel Osteen, dude.
Yeah, because Sally Struthers is too busy held up in a shack eating cake.
No, what? His sister asked, "Is there any survivors of the hurricane in the church thing?" They all are their hands up, and that's when they pass out the
Collection plate.
the collection plate. I'm like, what the fuck? These people have lost almost everything.
Yeah. We all... See, that's the thing. Did you watch my video from last night that I made? You know, don't stop praying and start doing. You know, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, Joel Osteen, we know that these televangelists are only about one thing. They're all about their fucking money, dude. Their fucking mega churches and all that shit. And if people are just now figuring out, oh shit, Joel Osteen's not a real Christian? Hey, welcome to the real world. I'm glad you can fucking join us. Come on, welcome to the club. Here, let me show you some shit.
I mean, a church is supposed to be a place where there's shelter and helping hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I talked about this last time in my video, but you can't expect these televangelists to really be about helping their fellow man.
No.
They're about fucking money. They're about publicity. And the only reason Joel Osteen opened his doors was because he was getting so much shit And it was going to damage his credibility rating if he didn't fucking open his doors.
Big time.
He didn't want to open his doors because it would cost him money for cleaning and repairs.
You know,
But
you know
he
the biggest
realized-
problem about that?
Yeah, sorry, hold on. But he realized when he started getting all this backlash from the people that it would cost him even more money with the loss of subscribers and memberships in his roster. So he had to open his doors. That's all these people care about is their fucking money. So why people are fucking making a big thing about Joel Osteen is beyond me. You already know what these people are about. The Trinity Broadcasting Network, which fucking supports his television show, has been in trouble numerous times for money laundering and fraud and all this other shit. Why is this coming as a surprise now? It's fucking stupid. Look at, and even the Bible says, watch out for these freaking fake ass fucking teachers, you know, wolves in sheep's clothing, yada yada yada. Okay? If there is a God out there and the Bible is true and all that shit, hey, he fucking warned you. He fucking laid it out for you if you're dumb enough to fall for it. Sorry for you.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude.
Two things. Number one is that money is a tool.
Yeah.
It's not a life. I mean, you need it to survive. Now, to me, when I look at my bills and shit, I look at money as electricity, food, fucking taking care of my children, supporting my family and kids and crap. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't look at money as it's just a part of it, you know?
Yeah, money is a weapon, and it's a tool or a weapon that can be used to empower humanity or used to enslave humanity.
But another thing,
Or destroy it.
There is a big difference between knowing God and following God. You know what I mean? I mean, people were warned. This is coming up. People don't understand that everything that's said in the Bible is coming up. And
Hell yeah,
gonna
man.
be
I mean,
bad.
Well, even Connor pointed it out in his video last night. Wars and rumors of war? Check. Bizarre weather patterns? Check. Earthquakes, natural disasters? Check.
Check. Everything that said was going to happen is coming.
It's happening now, dude.
Yeah.
And we're surprised why? We should be prepared for this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you would think, right?
The one thing that really bugged me before the Hurricane Harry came and destroyed everything, the governor of Texas gave an evacuation order to Houston. Evacuate.
Yeah.
And the mayor of Houston said, you better think twice about leaving.
Really?
Like you didn't know. I mean, come on. If the governor of your state tells you, evacuate now, because shit is about to hit the fan.
Yeah.
Come on now. I mean, Harvey destroyed parts of Texas, and here comes Hurricane Irma. Holy shit, man. I mean, come on.
Yep, they got a hurricane following that, too. But, hey.
This will be the first time in a long time that we had 3 hurricanes, one at a time, because Florida had 3 in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Less than a month.
You do what you can, where you can, I guess. But people aren't willing to fucking listen and get the fuck up out of Dodge. What can you do, man? What can you do?
I mean, that's like here in California. I mean, when it comes to the quakes, I mean, you're not gonna know what's gonna happen. I mean, shit.
No. I mean, out here we've got tornadoes, but you know, we got somewhat of a warning, and most of the populated areas are outside of tornado range. Mostly where the tornadoes hit, that's all farmland and open country. where the tornadoes are hit, but where the city is right outside Tornado Alley. They did that deliberately so that infrastructure and stability can be maintained. But then you got people who build in areas like Florida and in the Keys and shit. That's a prime fucking target for hurricanes.
So it's a big, man. I mean, you look at the Midwest, tornadoes all the way through the Midwest, man. Because my sister moved to Oklahoma a few years ago and shit, and there's a few cases where the animals were hit by tornadoes and shit, though.
Yeah. Cole, you got anything you want to add, brother?
For me?
Oh, Cole, he's just kind of sitting there. You got anything you want to add, brother?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Well, as far as the religious shit goes, I think a lot of that shit's bullshit. A way just to control the masses. I think that some of these like natural disasters happen. I don't think the government's behind it or anything like that.
So you don't think HARP or chemtrails or anything like that played a factor? You're kind of in the same boat with me and Connor on that one.
Yeah.
So you don't believe that they're the God?
They're
A
what?
God.
No, I believe there well, could be a God. I just think that a lot of people use God as an excuse more than they should.
Basically, what he's saying, and this is because he and I have had this conversation before, is the idea that religion, that we don't deny the idea that there is a supreme being in existence that created everything. We are pretty much exploring the idea that the use of the belief in said creator is used as a form to control and manipulate the masses, such as Joel Osteen using God as a product to generate revenue. The Catholic Church using God as a way to control the masses for centuries and justify mass genocide of cultures.
I would go with Carlin on this one.
Okay? Which part? Hello, beautiful!
Hi, everybody.
Sexy beast!
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Get to the door and shoot. Hold on. Bradley, move. Sit, buddy. Go take time. I gotta go over here. Now, what is this about?
We're discussing the political ramifications of Swiss cheese. We have deduced that the Swiss are to blame.
Neither. Sharp cheddar.
Word. Okay,
I thought it was the Swedes that did it.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Okay, what we were actually talking about is religion being used as a control system and a way to generate revenue. That there may, in fact, be a supreme power, but the beliefs of a supreme power are being used to manipulate the masses for control or financial gain.
I don't know. I'm just here to look pretty.
Wow. TWDBRN officially has its eye candy.
I'll be the mascot.
Oh, by the way, our mascot has to be topless, just so you know.
Ah, well, then I quit.
Damn! I tried, guys. I tried. Okay. So moving on from heart. You know what? There is something I want to talk about. We got the Penny Pratts, the Rainbow Snatches, and all these other freaking weird ass motherfuckers that
Why
are.
would someone call the organization Rainbow Snatch? That sounds so wrong.
Mr. Giggles wants to go and find out if the carpet matches the drapes. He's left. He's gone. He is head over heels in love. He has gone to find out whether or not the carpet matches the drapes.
Personally, I think they're all stupid and they are all immature and they need to grow the hell up.
Have you seen?
I would agree with John Connor on this one too. I mean, the whole thing is they rip off from us, man. Come on.
It is. I mean, Rainbow Snatch, that is clearly a Mr. Giggles side project. Clearly.
You know, fuck this Mr. Giggle fucking talking clown bullshit.
No, it's like, you know how we made Mr. Giggles to be a side character, right? Well, Rainbow Snatch is a side character created by Alex Jones. Yeah. Another thing the guy fucking stole from me. He stole We Are the Resistance. He stole fear porn and war porn from us. Now he's trying to steal Mr. Giggles.
Oh, hell no. If he even touches Mr. Giggles, I will beat him to a pulp.
Woman, stop it. You're going to make me fall in love with you all over again.
Didn't I already do that?
Many times.
I'm down.
Wait, what are we talking about? Are we still talking about sandwiches? Because all I got is pizza rolls.
I got straight Coca-Cola.
I got Coke and beer.
I got Mountain Dew.
Boy, you're really trying to make sure you don't have kids, huh?
It's a round table.
Yeah, well, what gets me about these freaking people, you know, the Penny Pratts and all this nonsense, is that people actually buy into it and actually hold to these ideologies. Oh, excuse me.
I think they're all stupid and they all need to have their brains examined.
I mean, and this is not a reflection of all liberals. I think, and I pointed this out, and I fucking called them on it. I'm like, you are making the liberal side of the idea look extremely fucking ridiculous. And the sad thing is, there's a lot of good aspects about the liberal democratic side. There's some bad things about it, granted, just like there's good and bad on the Republican right side.
What
this propagation of making everybody look like a fucking joke is completely ridiculous.
It's a psychological Stockholm syndrome bullshit.
Yeah, but the thing is, I thought we were waking up and it seems like everybody's going back to fucking sleep. It's like, weren't the masses waking up? Why is everybody buying the bullshit?
You bet.
Tired.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm on armor for now, and I bust my ass all day.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Don't bust ass! Don't bust ass! I don't want to smell it! I don't want to smell it! We're 2 for 5. Hey, Cole, what do you got to add, brother?
I do not believe that there's a God. I mean, I don't believe in religion.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't believe
Well, you're the guy who got up at the pulpit, picked up the scriptures, and said, I say unto you that this book is too long, and it came to pass, and then fell over the pulpit and passed out.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that day. That was fucking hilarious.
I believe it's not that hard to have a relationship with God. You know what I mean?
I beg to differ. It is pretty hard.
No, it's not.
For me, it is.
I mean, it's simple. You get on your knees, you ask, hey, God, there. Okay, I'm not saying that
Hey,
everybody
son,
has their own
cleavage.
problems. Everybody's got problems. I'm a single dad with 3 kids, and I'm trying to support them the best way I can. And there's times where I feel like I can't do it.
Well,
I
you know, people don't like religion because of all the bad shit that happens in the world. Well, if
Now-
God does exist and the Bible is true, you know what? God fucking warned you. The book of Revelations, Corinthians, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, outlined this shit. Said, hey, this is what's going to happen. This is why.
Big time. I mean,
I mean, he did tell you. Gave you a warning several thousand years ago. If you weren't smart enough to get prepared in the meantime, that's your fault.
I'm sorry, I'm a literal person. It's like saying it's either it's true or it's not true.
Oh, it got dark. Genevieve, I love this angle of you, honey.
Yeah, I do.
It's just up and down, up and down. That was always my
All
favorite
right, I'm
angle.
gonna go to every meeting now.
There, now you've all had that view. It's not just Chris anymore.
What make it?
He's gonna put
No, I'm
it back.
scared.
It's alcohol.
Yeah.
I usually drink half.
So I think the next question should be, what can be done to snap people out of this fucking mindset?
Didn't you guys know that I'm God?
There needs to be a martial law enforced.
Why?
Because anyone found outside after curfew or blocking the roads and breaking the law are shot on sight by military and the cops.
Yeah, but then that would kind of negate the freedoms that you have in this country. You know, like me, I don't get off work
I
till
don't mind
1:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. So I should be
Only
shot
if you
because
shoot
I'm
me
riding
in
my
the
bike
thumb.
home at 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, that can't realistically.
It's already a guys.
I mean, I can't say that I agree with you on this one, Genevieve. I mean, maybe martial law in retrospect to freaking just lock out everything and fix the problem. You know, like if JFK had survived and he had fixed everything, you know, maybe in that instance. But as a means of controlling the masses and imposing your will on everybody else, I mean, that's kind of what this whole liberalism is propagating. I'm right, you're wrong, and if you don't agree with me, you're a fucking Nazi and need to be destroyed and controlled and all this other bullshit.
I think they're all wrong.
See, but dude, you keep saying that it's liberalism, and it's just as much the conservatives and Republicans as it is the liberals.
Oh, I don't deny that, but what I'm pointing out, what I'm remarking on, is that it's being propagated more by the liberal left than it is the conservative right. Now, I'm not saying that the conservative right isn't guilty of it as well, but what we are seeing in the mainstream right now is a propagation from this point of view. And it is propagated bullshit. Okay? We've seen from this hurricane that the people aren't really racist and that they can come together and get along and coexist and help their fellow man. We've seen it. We've seen people, despite the need for safe spaces, get slammed with fucking natural disasters and fucking rise above it. So it's bullshit no matter who propagates it. You know, today it's the left, tomorrow it's the right. Wednesday it's the fucking Tea Party. Saturday Anonymous jumps on and shuts down the PlayStation Network. I mean,
to sit there and say there is no aspect of racism from the right is bogus, though. There's
I'm not saying that it's not. I'm saying that the propagation is bullshit. What you're seeing in the news, it's just show pony bullshit. I'm not saying that the KKK and racists and skinheads and shit like that don't exist, because they do. I've seen it all firsthand. But what I'm saying is, what's being propagated, the divide and conquer narrative that's being propagated by the mainstream and everything that you're seeing on social media and all this bullshit, it's just that. It's bullshit.
And you don't think you're furthering it when you use the terminology, the liberals are doing this, the liberals are doing that, opposed to saying both sides?
Well, like I said, today it's the liberals, tomorrow it's the conservatives, then the following day it's somebody else. Everybody takes their turns.
It was yesterday it was the liberals, today it's the conservatives. Obama was our president. Trump is now our president. So how could it be the liberals when the conservatives are in power?
I know. I gotta go. I'm at a family barbecue, okay, guys?
All right, no problem. Thank you for popping on.
No problem. Love you guys. Bye.
Later. Oh,
Later.
The thing is, it's been what I see being propagated is the idea that the liberal left, quote, is upset because they didn't get what they want. And they're being portrayed as a disgruntled child throwing a fit in a grocery store because mommy wouldn't let them buy that piece of candy.
Yeah, and you're calling for that narrative.
No, I'm saying that's what's being sold to the general population. You know me better than that. Everybody here knows that I am neither for the right nor the left. There are some Republican ideologies that I support, some that I don't. There are some Democratic ideologies that I support, some that I don't. Okay? I am a true-blooded American. If something is out of place, I gotta say where it's out of place. And if the media is propagating the left to look like a whiny child and the right to look like a brooding racist jackass, then you gotta call it for what it is. And that's exactly what it is. You got the left being propagated as a whiny little child, and the Republicans being propagated as racist bullies. You still there, Cole?
Yeah, I'm there. It's just I don't necessarily agree with your viewpoint because I see the right as being more whiny than the left right now. They want to say, oh, Antifa, they're thugs. They're out there beating us up on the streets. At the same time, they want to call the left snowflakes. How the fuck can we be snowflakes and thugs at the same time? Not to say that I'm in the left, but how can the left itself be a snowflake and a thug at the same time? Those are two opposing things. It's contradicting.
The two opposite sides of the spectrum. It's hypocrisy, and that's because it's being propagated by the media. You got all these spectrums being thrown at you, and it's this side's bad because of this, and this side's bad because of this. Okay, and what people fail to realize is that there is no right and there is no left. It's just people blindly following their fucking team. Okay? It's like saying that a sports team actually has real-world impact on your life. Like, remember years ago when the Raiders fans rioted because of the fucking game? Of them winning their games? It's the same fucking shit. Okay? They're following fantasy and treating it like it's reality. We all know that there is no left, there is no right. It's all about who fucking supplies the money. Okay? The money comes and feeds both sides of the fucking coin, and those who supply the money and put the money in the pockets of the politicians are the ones pulling all the fucking strings. It's just pure and simple. What do you want for the next 4 to 8 years? A blue puppet or a red puppet? What kind of dick do you want in your ass? Do you want an elephant dick or a donkey dick in your ass for the next 4 to 8 years? Okay? It's still a puppet. It's still a dick in your ass. And it's still not going to benefit the American people in any way whatsoever. And that's what these people seem to still be caught up in, is this narrative that their government loves them and that their party's actually going to look out for them. So they fight tooth and nail this whole my dick's bigger than your fucking dick. It's a dick measuring contest is what it is. And it's being propagated by the media and facilitated by the media when the vast majority of Americans are like, you're fucking stupid. I mean, people like the four of us look at this shit on TV and go, this can't possibly be the majority.
They're all being played, man. I mean, you got to think like this. Look. Whether we got a Democrat or a GOP in office, I mean, it don't really matter. We're still going to get scrutiny, no matter who's in office. I mean, yeah, we got a GOP guy in office, but the Democrats, and it's been months. It's been months since the election. Okay, it's been almost 2 years since the beginning of the election and shit. We know who won. We know who lost. And the thing is, the Democrats want to continue with Obama's bullshit. Okay. Why? I don't know. They wanted Hillary in to continue the Obama bullshit.
No.
But we have a guy who is trying. I mean, whether you like him or not, hey, it's fine with me. You got a guy who's trying to do his job.
Yeah.
Okay?
And I say it's a little too early to actually cast judgment to say whether or not he's actually for or against the people. I mean, it kind of takes a little bit of time to get the ball rolling, especially when you had the past 3 administrations totally fuck things up for the past, 16 fucking years? 24 years.
When we were promised change, okay, we okay, what Obama promoted is hope and change. Okay?
Oh, we got change. It just wasn't the change that we wanted.
But the thing is, was there hope? I don't know. Was there change?
I had slight hope.
I don't know.
When Obama first got elected, that maybe he was going to be on the side of the people. Just like right now, I have hope that Trump will be on the side of the people. I mean, so far he's done some things that I like, and he's done some things that I don't necessarily like. But mainly the focus that I seem to be caught up in right now is the people's reaction to whether they're left, right, or indifferent. It's like, what the fuck are you people doing? Why are you acting like this? Regardless of what side you're on, why? You say you want to change the world for the better, but is this really how to go about it?
It's so bad is that I'm a big football guy myself. Okay, we got Colin Kaepernick kneeling during the national anthem. Okay, he was the top 15 quarterbacks in the last 30 years. Okay.
Yeah.
This guy now is so pathetic. Even his bobblehead tried to break his own neck.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of problems. Is that from your end, Bird?
What?
That background noise. Was that you?
No.
Is your brain circuiting again?
I mean...
He's like, maybe.
What I'd like to see is keep politics out of sports.
Keep politics out of anything media related, whether it's sports.
You take sports out of politics. That Colin Kaepernick shit doesn't have any relevance to me in the political realm whatsoever.
Yeah.
No.
It's just another asshole farting in the wind. That's the way I look at it. all these celebrities like Madonna and all these motherfuckers getting up there and spouting their political views. Okay, have your fucking political views. Ain't gonna sway the way I fucking think. I'm not some fucking shill who's gonna buy into this side or that side just because someone tells me to. I'm gonna make up my own fucking opinions. I'm gonna look at the fucking facts. And I'm gonna make my own fucking determinations.
Yeah. I mean, we each individually have our own opinion, our own thought, our own way of seeing things. And not everybody's going to agree with one another, okay? Like with Antifa, okay? Or Black Lives Matter, LIES. You have two groups who have a total opposite ideology of one another, but they would attack you because, okay, what's Antifa, okay? They claim to be anti-fascist. They claim, okay? Stalin was fascist. Mao was fascist. Hitler was a socialist, but he was also a fascist too. These guys in history were fascist motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They will destroy your freedom of speech, your right to assemble, and whatnot. I mean, look at Ferdinand Marcos. He gave his people 2 weeks to turn in their guns, or it's the death penalty.
Yeah.
And I'm 41 years old. I'm too old for this shit. I'm up there. I'm middle aged. And I mean, growing up through the mid to late 70s, all throughout the 80s and 90s. I mean, come on. It's all hypocritical bullshit every 4 to 8 years, no matter who the fuck is in office.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best thing to do in regards to Trump would be, not whine about what we don't like, but actually take it to him and say, look, we are the American people. This is what we want. This is what you can do. This is what we expect from you. Do it, or these are going to be the consequences. Okay? We are your boss, not the financial backers. Okay? If you say you're for the American people, be for the American people. If you do something we like, we will applaud you for it. If you do something that's going to hurt us, we're going to come after you for it. And I think that's the way it should be, not only with Trump, but with any elected official in any governmental office, whether presidential, all the way down to local legislative offices. And I think that's the way it needs to be.
What were you trying to say, Tommy Bird?
My thing is, what are we trying to ask our president for? I mean, what exactly do we need to do? Is there anything that we can do to change anything? I mean, we are aware of what's going on around us, and there's nothing. I mean, there's people out there dying in Texas. There's people going through shit in Florida. And there's people. We're so busy worrying about ourselves. Oh, we're in the clear, so it didn't affect us. So what the fuck does it matter, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I like the idea. Like I was saying before, I like some things that are being done by Donald Trump. Like, I like the idea that he's trying to pursue good relations with Russia. I mean, it's smart business in retrospect to try to be on good terms with the one country that has the nuclear arsenal to turn you into a radioactive ashtray 100 times over. Alright? I like the fact that he actually went to Texas and got his hands dirty and was helping out. Okay? I like that. Okay?
Yeah, I see that as a publicity stunt. I don't think he did much of shit. I don't think he did anything that me or you couldn't do. It was more of a photo op than anything. And as far as Russia just got done invading Ukraine illegally, breaking the Geneva Convention by going in there with guerrilla warfare with blacked out uniforms and whatnot. And then when he asked him to take care, or Obama asked him to take care of Assad's chemical weapons, Russia turned a blind eye. Putin turned a blind eye. And then when Trump becomes president, the same frickin' thing happens. He gives them warning that he's going to bomb their airfields. It's ridiculous.
See, that's the thing. Everybody's so wondering, pointing fingers to what's going on inside our country.
What happened? Are you there?
Yeah, everybody's pointing fingers. And they're like, oh, no one's doing this, or Donald Trump's doing that, but they don't realize what the hell's going on the outside.
They don't.
No one can stand together, and that's the biggest problem with this country. No one can stand together.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. You know, regardless of who our president is, regardless of what political affiliation you have, regardless of what color your fucking skin is.
Watch him out.
It's pure and simple. We're all together in this. Okay, we are the 99%, and we're getting screwed by the 1% for whatever twisted fucking reasons. And
so we should just stand behind Trump no matter what decision he makes? But
no,
I
am saying applaud the good that he does, but go after him for the bad that he does. If he does bad, go after him.
Did what he did in freaking Texas is for publicity. Whether it was or wasn't, at least he did something. You know what I mean?
And you know what, Tommy Bird, I agree with you on that. You know, because when bad shit was happening in the Obama administration, Obama wasn't out there helping, even if it was just a publicity stunt on Trump's part. You know, at least he actually got out there and did something, which was more than Obama did. Every time there was a natural disaster, where was he? On the fucking golf course. So, I mean, it's a step in the right direction.
Golf course 10 times more than Obama's been on the golf course in his first 9 months.
That's the biggest problem right now. Everybody's pointing fingers. Everyone right here is arguing. So how do you expect us to stand together as one? That's the biggest problem with this country. No one's willing to stand together. They're too busy pointing fingers and arguing over some stupid bullshit.
It
We
is.
should fix our goddamn country.
You guys are sitting here talking about how Obama did this, Obama did that, but then when Trump does something, well, we got to call out the good for what he did. You know what I mean?
I really don't
Didn't
care
I just say
who
that?
the hell is president inside our. I don't give a shit who's our president. But regardless, he is our president, and we do have the right to stand up and ask him what's going on. He's my leader.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
the
the way
guy
I
that's
see
going
it,
to help me to support me and my goddamn family. I got kids. And if it wasn't for all the people that fought for us and went through all that clear bullshit, I wouldn't have the rights that I have right now.
I'm loving this. This is great. Keep going, guys.
I really
No,
don't
my great grandfather didn't go to World War I and World War II, so some guy could be a dictator.
My grandfather's a World War II vet. He was a postman second class U.S. Navy. He gave up majority. He helped many lives, and he lost a lot of things in his body parts going through the process. Don't tell me fucking anything about what people were going through back then, because America back then was a cake country. What we have right now is a bullshit country. It went from the greatest country to the worst country in the world, period. And it's only because no one can stand together. Nobody can be one. People are so freaking... Okay, get this, right? Back in the day, what? We got drafted? Back in the day, what? We had to put a gun in our hands and either fight or be dead. Do I agree with that shit? No. But now what? Now, look today. Men today are wearing skirts and shit. And freaking... They don't give a damn about nothing. We're arguing over something stupid. I really don't give a crap who the hell the president is. What I do give a crap is what my family's going to go through and what I can do to support and help them.
Yeah, and as far as the president goes, I don't give a shit if it's Obama, Bush, Trump, whoever. If they are the legalized, voted representative of the people, they need to represent the will of the people, not the will of the 1% filling their fucking pockets. They need to be doing the will of the people. And I look at it this way. I'm not one of those kind of people that go, oh, I want to see Trump fail. No, that's like saying that you want the pilot to crash the plane that you're on. Okay, that's bad juju. You don't want that. Okay? You want your president to do a good job. Whether you like the guy, whether you voted for the guy.
Rambling on stupid shit like grabbing by the pussy, you don't get on that plane.
Okay? So we said grab him by the fucking pussy in the locker room. Weren't we all laughing about that motherfucker who got on the news every fucking chance that he got? Fuck her right in the pussy. The guy with the fucking hoodie and the baseball cap and the sunglasses. Weren't we all laughing about that beforehand?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all laughing about that beforehand.
Not fit to be president.
Okay, but we were all laughing about it. We all thought it was funny as hell. So who cares if Donald Trump or anybody said it, 12 fucking years ago? We've all said dirty shit in the locker room, especially about women. All right, and let's not say that we haven't. We have all said dirty jokes. We have all talked dirty in our lifetime. Okay, we're men. That's what we do.
Stupid girls' fucking locker room.
What I care about.
Judge somebody for what they do in their own personal lives or whatever.
Yeah, what I care about is whether or not they are a competent, effective leader. Yeah, what I care about is whether or not they are a competent, effective leader. And they need to be held accountable. Yes, applaud them when they do good, but chastise them and course correct them when they don't. Okay, we, the American people, are their boss. It's not the other way around. We are Donald Trump's boss, just as we were Barack Obama's and Bush's and Clinton's boss. But for some stupid reason, somewhere in American history, we lost sight of the fact that we were the boss and we took the back fucking seat. We need to get back.
No. America has always been great. If you look at any other country compared to America, we have had it the best. We have always supported the minority groups. Now all of a sudden, everybody wants to fall for this narrative of America being in the back.
We did support all the minority groups. There's no doubt about that. But they still had to freaking get like a green card or something to come in our country, because if they want to be an American, why don't you just take a test and become an American and stop fucking this bullshit?
Yeah. And
I'm sick of this. People act like this is America. This is my country. This is
God's born here too.
God's land. You don't own this fucking country. It's not your fucking country. It's everybody's country. We own this. We don't own this country.
Well, here's the thing. Tommy Bird, Grandmaster Revan, and I are both from California. Now, Tommy Bird and I both left California and were able to get jobs easily. But when we were in California, we couldn't find jobs for shit because of the overpopulation, the majority of which were because of, one, immigration, and two, because of the transition from a human workforce to automated systems. Two of which were contributing factors to the economic downturn, to the point where Thomas and I both had to leave California, to the point of going, what? I'm about 2,000 miles away. Thomas, you're probably about maybe 1,500 miles away from California, just to be able to find a decent job. So now I work in a factory making hubcaps for freaking 10 hours a day, getting screwed on fucking hours. But the simple fact is I have a job, and it's so easy to get a job out here because you don't have a lot of minorities and all that shit out here. You don't have a lot of that out here like you do in California and in Texas and the lower states that share a border with Mexico. And that is a contributing factor. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't have a right to come over here. I'm just saying do it the right way. If somebody walks into my fucking house and starts eating my food and says, well, I live here now, I'm going to blow a fucking gasket. But if they fucking came to me and rented a room for me and chipped in their fair share, did things the right way, it'd be cool. And that's what I say on that retrospect. There's a right and a wrong way to do things. And unfortunately, people like to shortchange, they like to cut corners and try to do everything the easy way and try to pass the responsibility off on everybody else. It's not necessarily all the politicians' fault. It's not all the fucking illegals' fault. A lot of it is the American people's fault for allowing shit to spiral out of control.
Well, first off, California used to be a part of Mexico. At one point in time, California was Mexico.
So was Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, and Utah.
Dude, I'm talking here for a second. Let me say something.
Let him have to say, Thomas.
Feel like you guys are coming into their land just as much as you feel as if they're coming into your land. We came over here and we stole this nation from the Native Americans.
Nah,
The
that's bullshit,
were
dude.
here first.
Okay, so nobody's going to argue that the Native Americans weren't here first and that they got a bad fucking bill. Okay, nobody's going to argue that. But does that justify history repeating itself again and again and
Just
again?
because they do a better job than you and work for cheaper, you want to create some kind of bill to where you kick them out of America? Again, this is not
responsible for that. Were you
Hey,
there?
Tommy, can you
Were
shut
you
the fuck up for a second? I'm talking, bro. You can talk when I'm done.
This is bullshit. You have
Talk
no
when
idea
you're
what you're
done.
talking about.
Open your fucking mouth when I'm done talking, fool.
All right, hold
This
on.
is our
Thomas,
country.
let Cole
Everybody's
finish and then
country. It's
I'll
not
give
your country.
Okay, both of you shut up for 2 seconds.
Here's the thing is, I'm letting you motherfuckers talk when you want to talk. Every time I try to say something, why don't you open your fat fucking mouths?
I love this. This is great. Okay, both of you. Thomas.
Well, fucking
What?
talk. No, let the fucker talk.
I was going to say, let him finish his statement, then I'm going to pass the torch to you, okay? Go ahead, Colt. Finish your statement. Let's not have a
You
break
can't
here.
say, this is America, this is my country. You want to come to my country, you need to take a test. That's some bigot, faggot, little spoiled bitch, primpy, fucking boot-licking, ass-kissing, brown-nosing shit. Alright? This is everybody's country. This is God's country. We share
Oh,
this
shit.
fucking... I can't do this when this motherfucker's going to interrupt me.
All right, Thomas, what do you want to say? I want to hear what you have to say, and then I'm going to take the field. What do you got?
Native people were here on this country before we even started.
You're covering your mic, Thomas.
Native people were here before we took their country. But it wasn't me. There wasn't anybody here. We weren't alive back then. We did not take nothing from nobody. This is the 21st century. You know what? I was born here. Therefore, I am a native person in this land. This is our country. This is our country. This is a land of opportunity for anybody. But there's not one country that I can go to without paper or some kind of freaking passport or to do anything to be in their country. So it should be no different than to do that here. I have no problem. One of my best friends is Native Americans. And I'm telling you this right now, like, you weren't there, I was not there, so why should I get what? Am I supposed to apologize because I was born here? Am I supposed to apologize because I'm white? Am I supposed to apologize because, for what?
For something that
I
happened
didn't
several hundred
apologize
years
for nothing.
Okay, now I'm going to take the reins here. No, there's no doubt that bad shit has happened in American history. Okay, we came over here as colonists, established 13 colonies, and wound up taking over the entire United States. The Native Americans wound up being victims of that. The Chinese wound up being victims of that. The Scottish wound up being victims of it. African Americans wound up being victims of it. Okay, there was a lot of bloodshed, a lot of victims. Okay, and I'm not condoning any of that shit. However, I am simply remarking that, history is what history is, and this is where we are. Do we want to continue to repeat history and continue to make the same mistakes that we have made for the past 200 years? Or do we want to learn from our mistakes and create a better way of being so that everybody is happy, that nobody is getting hurt, nobody is getting screwed over, everybody has equal opportunities, and nobody is getting fucked over or feels that they're getting fucked over or shortchanged. You got the black community that feels that they're getting shortchanged by the white community because they're white privileged, so they automatically have it better than everybody else. A lot of Americans feel that they're getting shortchanged by the Mexicans who come over here from Mexico and work off under the table rather than gaining their citizenship and working at minimum wage at most. Okay, they feel like they're being robbed there. And in many retrospects, a lot of that is true, but a lot of that is also false. But they're pure and simple. There is a right way and a wrong way of doing things. One, don't sit there and blame everybody else, because we all had a hand in it. You know, even if we're not directly responsible, it's the culmination of everything that has happened in American history that has led us to this point. Okay? It's because our forefathers and our fathers and so on and so forth, up from the time that we first arrived here up to present day, have allowed shit to gradually spin out of control. And whether it was designed that way by the globalists, as many believe, or whether it was just a fact of sheer dumb luck and stupidity, we are where we are. And if we want to fix things and have a better world for everybody, then it needs to be a level playing field for everybody. I agree with Thomas in the respect that he shouldn't have to go to work and do all these things and jump through all these hoops, you know, have a fucking social security card, a driver's license, and be taxed and all this shit, while somebody else gets to skate under the radar and doesn't have to handle any of that shit. Okay? That's not a level playing field. Okay? He's getting fucked over on that deal. You got somebody who comes up, he has to pay taxes and have money taken out of his check that could go to food towards his family's mouth, and somebody else doesn't have to pay taxes. Okay? That's not right. Okay? If one person has to pay taxes, all should pay taxes or none should pay taxes. If somebody's going to work for a certain wage and minimum wage is set at X, then minimum wage should be set at X for everybody, regardless of where there is. If there is a process for gaining citizenship, which is not that hard, I've looked into it because I've dealt with people who've had immigration issues and I've helped them out quite a bit. The test is not that hard. It's basic questions, you know, being able to have a basic understanding of the English language and a moderate, not an expert or even an average, just a moderate level of knowledge of American history. That's it. That is literally all that's required. Other than that, it's just a small application fee, just like you would do at the DMV for your driver's license. And beyond, after that, it's just a waiting period of 6 to 12 months. Or you can get married to somebody who is a citizen of the United States and gain your citizenship and have them as a sponsor for 7 years. Okay? There are legitimate ways of doing things, and it's not that hard, and it's not unreasonable. And there's a reason that these systems are in place, so that hardworking Americans like Thomas don't feel shortchanged or feel that they're getting fucked over out of a job, whether they are or they're not, because somebody decided to try to cheat the system. Okay? And Cole, you are right. There is a lot of bigotry and there's a lot of this whole, it's my country and all this shit. You're right. There is a lot of bigotry and there's a lot of hate in this world. And there's a lot of misunderstanding. And a lot of it's needlessly propagated. And it shouldn't be. People need to, in this regard, take a step back and realize that if you cut your arm and I cut my arm, we're both going to bleed red regardless of what color skin we have or where we come from on this miserable fucking dirt ball. Okay? We're all human beings. We all deserve a level of decency and respect and an opportunity to better our lives. But in retrospect, there is a right way and a wrong way to do it. And if we can come together in a mutual understanding and not clash and butt heads over stupid petty bullshit, especially shit from several hundred years ago of our ignorant forefathers, then yeah, this world can be a better place. Otherwise, we're just going to continue to butt heads like we're doing now, and we're not going to accomplish a fucking thing. I'm done.
Sorry, Cole.
There's no reason to be sorry. I'm sorry for saying fat mouth. I'm just getting kind of pissed off. I'm sick of people acting like foreigners shouldn't be in this country, and if they do, they need to learn how to assimilate.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, and on that,
there's Native American there's Native Americans in this country that still refuse to assimilate, and rightfully so. They were here first.
Yeah, and nobody. I don't think anybody really is subscribing to anybody here at least is subscribing to the idea that people need to assimilate. That we're not the fucking Borg. We will be assimilated. Well, I don't think that's the case for the majority of us, especially on this panel. Like I said, there's a right way and a wrong way of doing things, and I think people like Tommy Bird, he just wants people to do things the right way, so that other people don't feel taken advantage of. And as far as people needing to assimilate into our culture, you don't need to abandon your language or abandon your culture or abandon your beliefs or anything like that. I mean, that's what this whole Muslim versus Christian ideology argument has been about. It's the idea that this is a Christian nation when in reality this is a nation that was founded under Christianity but was a nation of religious diversity and religious freedom. You have the right to believe how and what you will. Yeah, we had a few stumbles along the way with the Salem witch trials and shit, but you know what? We did eventually get past that as a society. And we accepted the fact that, you know, there's going to be religious ideologies that aren't necessarily going to be Christian based. And we just need to accept those people. Okay?
The only thing that we might be living a dream or something, but like, I'm hoping to make this world a better place, even if it's just like 1 or 2, because my kids have to face that. You know, they have to grow up this, and I hope that it gets better. We get past all this racism and religious things and all these pointing fingers things. Because
yeah, well, right now the torch, figuratively speaking, is in our hands, and it's up to us to try to make this world a better place. I mean, your kids, Thomas, they're still kids. Adric and Ezra, they're 4 and 2.
This has always been a better place, no matter where you came from. My grandparents came here from Mexico, and they raised 8 kids. My dad's the youngest. Okay, my dad's the youngest. And my grandfather was a field. He worked in the fields.
Yeah.
When they came here, they were in Texas, and they opened a little store for a while. And they came here to California, raised 8 kids. And my grandfather he worked in the fields. My grandmother was a homemaker. Three of my uncles are war veterans.
Yeah, Tommy Bird's got military in his family. You got military. We've all got military in our family. My grandfather was Navy.
And I am proud to say that I am glad to be part of a Hispanic heritage.
Yeah, and there's all.
well,
and that's one thing that does need to be brought up, and I'm glad you mentioned that, Grandmaster Up, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but this needs to be said. You know, we sit there and say, divide ourselves into these categories that we're white, or we're this, or we're that, okay? Bull fucking shit. How many of us have a mixed bloodline that has an African American in our family tree, or a Native American, or Aztec, or Incan, or Mayan, Spanish, Scottish? Okay? We're a fucking melting pot in today's society. There's no such thing as a, quote, pure race. So this whole fucking narrative is completely and utterly ridiculous.
My first wife, she is full-blooded Hispanic. She's from Mexico City. My kids are half Mexican.
Yeah.
And
she had some of the greatest tits I've ever seen.
I've been to Mexico a few times. But when I went to Mexico, I had to have a passport and everything. I have no doubt it is a beautiful country.
Yeah, And that's
the food is good, and I love the people, and there's gonna be haters no matter where you go. The thing is, like, I have respect for all nations and all people, and I have no problem sharing my country. I can't speak for everybody, but I have no problem sharing my country with anybody. But I want them to show the same respect to me as I'm willing to give to them.
Yeah, and by doing things the right way, right? You want them to do the right thing, just like you
Say
do
if I go
the
live
right
in
thing.
Mexico. If I go live in Mexico, I am going to learn Spanish. I already know 75% of it. I will learn Spanish. I will learn their laws, their rules. I will obey their country because I'm in their country. And it's out of respect. You know what I mean? So, and when they come to my country, I just want the same respect. It's no harm, no done. It's not to be mean. It's not to be rude. It's just the fact that, I believe that's right. I mean, I have many African American friends, especially in northern and South Dakota. I have a majority of my friends in South Dakota Rapid City are Native American, and I love them all. One of my best friends, her name is Judy Red Willow, and she I talk to her about everything. If it wasn't for her, man, I would probably be in so much depression through my second divorce, and I'm a single dad with 3 kids. If it wasn't for her talking to me and everything, I wouldn't be half the man I am today. I have respect for all people. Only if they have respect for me, and not. I just want my country to be good again. I want to stand up for what's right. Not for me, not for everybody, not for publicity, not for our president, not for any, but for my kids. I want my kids to have a good life.
Yeah, and we argue that America is still great in many respects. Yeah, it is. It's still technically freer than most of the countries that you could go to in this world. But you do have people who are trying to undermine that. You have the 1% who would like to undermine that and create a one world governmental system. They've already admitted this. David Rockefeller admitted this prior to his death. The Rothschilds have admitted this. Henry Kissinger has admitted this. Okay, it's on the public record that this is what they would like to have. So it's not surprising that our sovereignty and our freedoms would be threatened by an outside source, whether monetarily or militarily. And that's something that needs to be opposed. And even if that wasn't a factor, and America is still a great country, it can always get better, okay? We're not ever going to be a perfect nation, but we can always get better. We can always do better. We can always grow and evolve and change ourselves for the better. Everybody needs a fucking safe space nowadays, and if they don't have a safe space, they're killing themselves. In fact, I got somebody in my life who committed suicide last fucking night. I'm not going to say who they are or how they're related to me, but yeah, I got somebody who killed themselves last night. 3. And it's because of a woman. This kid killed himself because of a woman. Because everybody needs a safe space nowadays. But unfortunately, you can't always be afforded a safe space. Okay? Sometimes you gotta take the hits. Sometimes you gotta roll with the fucking punches. Okay? Sometimes you gotta fucking toughen up. Okay? You gotta take the hits sometimes. It's life. Life's never gonna be easy, and it will beat your ass down and keep you there if you let it. And that's what people need to realize, is that this world can't ever be a safe space. You can't have a safe space in this world. Okay?
Well, the biggest
if you want a better life, you've got to fight for a better life. You want to move up the fucking ladder, you got to fucking climb. You want to be champion, you got to fucking step in the ring. You got to do what it fucking takes.
We got these college professors who have this agenda. And they want to bring their students into their agenda. That's why we've got these 18 to 22-year-olds who are so easily offended and overly sensitive.
Yeah.
As parents, we're supposed to raise our kids to be adults when they enter the working world, or they go to college to be adults. Now they went from adults to little kids.
Exactly. That's the problem.
Wanting their safe space, wanting their sensitivity dolls. I'm like, cry me a fucking river.
Yeah. Well, what about opposing views? Okay, everybody's entitled to opposing views, and everybody needs a fucking safe space. Okay, well, we're gonna have the left over here, the right over here, the Tea Party over here, the Anons over up in this little shelf here. I mean, come on. You can't have that, especially if you're gonna work in the public sector. I deal with people every day of different political ideologies, religious ideologies, and yeah, a lot of times shit gets said that pisses people off. In fact, the guy that I mentioned quite often, he almost got his ass whooped on Friday. Not by me, but by another coworker. And I had to tell my coworker, I'm like, look, dude, is this guy worth losing your job? Next time you get pissed off at him, just remember, this guy isn't worth losing your job, especially considering you've got a family to support. And the fact of the matter is, the guy's a fucking idiot. Okay? You can tell by the way he talks. He's a fucking idiot. And the whole purpose of beating someone's ass is to teach them a lesson. But you can't teach those who can't be taught. So just let it go. And he's like, you're right.
All right. So I hear you talking a lot about safe spaces and whatnot, but I'm in agreement with you. There is no room for safe spaces. You can't all of a sudden say, this is my personal bubble. You need to stay out of it. And I see a lot of people doing that with regard to the fact people want to say, this is my country, and if you're Mexican or an immigrant, you need to learn how to speak my language and assimilate. You can't really sit there and say, look, we're going to have a DECA, what is it called, a DECA Act?
Yeah.
Or a...
DACA.
I don't think I'm pronouncing that right, the proper enunciation. I think it's something else. But DACA Act, how are you going to sit there and say, look, the children of this country that were born here, their fathers or parents are going to have to leave, even though they came over here and had kids. So look, here's a theoretical question for Tommy Bird, for instance. He says he has family members over in Mexico, or his wife or ex-wife is from Mexico or something to that effect. All right, let's say you go over to Mexico because all of a sudden America becomes a third world country of sorts, and Mexico's a better off country. Let's say a hurricane just takes out the whole side of all of America and makes it like a third world country. Mexico's the new America. You go over there, and a president at one point passed this DACA bill that would provide your kids with safety in a safe haven. Then all of a sudden a new president's voted in, some Donald Trump type figure, but who lives in Mexico, the president of Mexico, says, look, we're going to have to kick you out and your children out. Don't you think that's just a little unfair, even though you've been living there and you haven't caused any problems?
I do agree that's not fair.
Okay. But again, it comes down to doing the right thing versus the wrong thing. If somebody comes into your house and just starts occupying it, that's a problem. That's the wrong way to go about it. But if you come to me and rent a room from me, yeah, that's going about things the right way.
But you don't own all of the land of America. Sorry for interrupting, but you don't own this is God's land. This is all of our land. You can't say, this is my country.
No, what I'm saying is that there are rules in place for a reason, so that, like I said, people don't get shortchanged. or feel like they're getting shortchanged. Now, if
Now,
Thomas were to
see,
go to
like, if
Mexico,
Hey,
he would
shit again.
naturally apply for citizenship. Would I be as correct in assuming so? You wouldn't just go down there and try to integrate into society and hope that you're not noticed. You would actually go
No,
to...
if this became a third world country, damn straight, I'd do anything I could to make my kids have a better life, even if that meant going across the border illegally. There's a such thing as morals and ethics.
Now, if I was to, say if that was going to happen, and Mexico became the new America, but they offered me help and everything, I'm just still the kind of person that would not just take an easy hand. I would like to work for what I earn, what I own.
You would like to go about things the right way, correct?
My thing is, I'm not above taking help, and I wouldn't mind, but I wouldn't take it not because it's against my morals. I would do it because I want to earn it. And I want my kids to be raised the same way. I want to earn respect. I want to earn, if I'm going to be in their country, I would still want to show them that I appreciate them by working hard in their country.
Yeah, and I think what Cole's trying to argue here is that a lot of people who come over here, even come over here illegally, do that. But they're going...
Do I feel like we should kick them out? No. Do I feel like anybody should come over in your country, should we kick them out? No. Because it states that, what is it? Bring your tides, your Richard Matthews, you need to be free. This is your land of opportunity. This is God's country, like Cole said. It should be a place for anybody to come in and feel free.
Yeah, and at which point I think they should have the opportunity.
You could do it. You could do it without the DACA bullshit.
I agree, and I think what should happen is maybe try to eliminate the illegal immigration aspect by maybe legalizing these citizens and getting everybody who wants to be a legitimate citizen and wants to do things the right way, but for whatever reason hasn't been able to, maybe help them get through these hurdles. Okay, I see nothing wrong with
if DACA was into law through Congress and not through any executive order, if Congress or Senate voted through it and passed it, and if the president would have signed it into law, then that would be good. But you cannot just conjure it up through a executive order.
No. Like I said, there's a right way and a wrong way of doing things. And even the legislative branches in our government have to go through specific channels. Why? Because if anybody could just do whatever the fuck they want, it'd be total fucking chaos. We have these laws, we have these rules, we have these systems in place for a reason. They're for our protection. They're for our betterment. So that people don't get fucked over. Now, there's cracks in the freaking system. There's flaws that have been exploited. And that's
I'm going to head out, but I wanted to say one last before I go.
Shoot.
Despite all these Masonic laws, morally and ethically, people have the right to live and have the right to better themselves to a better life, despite whose land you may think it is or isn't. People have the right to live. Peace.
They do. Take care, Cole. Glad you could join us. And on that note, I want to add, again, there's a right way and a wrong way to do things. I do not deny anybody the right or privilege to come over to this country for the opportunity for a better life. Heaven forbid, and I don't think anybody on this panel would say that they shouldn't have that right. What I'm saying is they need to do it the right way. We have these systems in place for a reason, and they're not hard systems to accommodate. You have people who pay several $100s to be snuck over the border. Why not pay that to the immigration fees to get your visa and to take your citizenship test?
Here's a known fact about that. 80% of women that do come across the border illegally, 80% are raped. 80%. And they're raped by the coyotes. and whoever moves them. And that's sad because I do agree with both Tommy Bird and Cole. Okay, but I believe that come safely. The Coyotes here. They're going to take you for everything you got and make you work and make you work for it to pay the debt.
Oh, I know, and it's not easy for a lot of people, and there's probably a better
sad.
way.
It is sad because when my grandparents came across, decades ago, okay, and they went to Texas, started a little store for a while. They even managed a movie theater for a while.
Yeah.
I've had three of my uncles were war veterans. They started the military. My grandmother was a homemaker for many years until she died 20 years ago. And
you're a dick, Cole. You guys got to see this. We all got dicks drawn on our face by Cole.
Shit.
Yeah. I'm going to screenshot that one. That one just made it on the round table video, Cole.
The thing is, you got people who came here, who are citizens. Their biggest fear.
All right, guys, I gotta go eat dinner. I'm out. One thing, I love you guys, and I enjoy this conversation. Regardless of me and Cole argue or not, he's a pretty badass dude, and it was a pleasure, guys. Hopefully, we can do this next time.
Yeah, definitely. We try to make this a weekly thing. So, thank you, Tommy Bird. Go enjoy your dinner. Hope you enjoy your birdseed. Next to mayonnaise. And I think we pretty much ran as far as we could on this. This
has been, Tim, man, this has been an interesting record, man. I'll tell you what. Really
it is. Sometimes people are going to clash. Not everybody's going to always agree. But it's where we can come together. And we saw that tonight. This is a prime example of what the Worldwide Resistance Network is. Is despite our differences in ideology or backgrounds or beliefs, finding that common ground. And sometimes it does take a third party to point out that common ground if we can't find it ourselves. But there is always that common ground, and that is what the Worldwide Resistance Network was founded on, was the idea that despite our differences, regardless of what they might be, there is a common ground, and that is our desire to make this world a better place.
It is a better place. The thing is, hate isn't born. Hate is taught. Bigotry is taught. It ain't born. Okay.
Yes.
When you have ignorant and selfish people who are bigots and racists, they were taught. It wasn't born. They were taught.
Yeah.
And the one thing we also need is, you got these oligarchs, okay? We got these oligarchs, and we all know we got them in the Senate and in Congress, okay? Term limits.
Yeah.
Because all these old fuckers are worried about one thing: not getting reelected. Yeah, it's about money, my brother. It's all about money.
Yeah.
And Congress and Senate needs, the oligarchs need term limits.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of elements that can be explored here as to the who, what, where, and why, but I think, despite our initial goal to talk about the 9/11 narrative and how we've gone from that to present day as far as civilization and ideologies, freaking turned into a hell of a lot more than we initially anticipated. And it turned out rather well. I'm glad I'm glad that it happened the way it happened, and had the outcome that it did. It could have, and it could have gone a lot worse. It could have gone a lot
Genevieve
worse.
sends a message. Genevieve just sent a message.
What she got?
She said, let's see here, she said, cadet boys, penis breath.
Well, if you would stay on long enough, Genevieve, you'd actually.
What the fuck? Look at this shit, dude. Look at this shit.
Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, Genevieve goes, children, stop it. Boys, cut out the penis breath. LOL. Yeah, I got it.
Tin Man.
I see it. I'm looking at it. I am looking at it.
Goddamn Cole.
Cole is hilarious, dude. I love Cole to death. He's been on board with the Worldwide Resistance Network since the beginning. And, you know, despite our differences in opinions and views on many things, you know, he and I always manage to be able to find a common ground. And if he and I can come together on a common ground despite our constant clashing or seemingly constant clashing, then I think everybody can.
I tell you what, man, I am honored to be part of this group, man.
It's turned into something amazing. We first had our first roundtable. It was me, Tommy Bird's cousin John, and Cole. You know, sitting at a computer on a microphone, running my video camera. But we've come a long way since then, and it's turning into something amazing. I could not be happier with the way things are going. And the way everything is progressing. You know, we are learning from each other. We are growing as activists. We're beginning to share ideas and teach lessons, even if we're learning those lessons as we go ourselves. It's truly a blessing, and it's just absolutely amazing. And I'm thankful to have each and every one of you on our panel. I miss having Drummer Boy on our panel. I hope things work out for him and he'll come back and join us again at some point. Genevieve, I hope she gets things worked out to where she can be on more. And I would most definitely love to have John Connor on this shit, dude. John Connor would just fucking be the icing on the cake with this.
I also like to see Cursed Wolf on here too. Yeah,
Cursed Wolf. I miss having Cursed Wolf. He has a unique perspective on things, and not necessarily something I agree with in many regards. You know, the whole aliens and theologies and whatnot. But it is a different perspective, and it's one worth exploring, even if you don't agree with the ideas presented. It's still an idea worth exploring because you never know. It could be true. And in my experience, I can attest that sometimes reality is stranger than fiction. So I cannot exclude the possibility of anything. But
today is the anniversary of Donald Rumsfeld announcing that $2.3 trillion has been missing. It's missing.
Yep. 16 years ago to the day.
$2.3 trillion. That's a lot of fucking money.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of fucking money. And the day before, the day after, all of a sudden, the big attack happened.
Yeah, and being that FEMA is pretty much broke, kind of wondering what might happen.
It's kind of funny because I was asleep one day on 9/11. Got a phone call. My mother was saying, "We've been attacked." Oh, bullshit. Go back to sleep. No, we've been attacked. Turn on TV. So I got up and I went to the living room. Throw TV on. All of a sudden, I see one of the Twin Towers smoking from the top of the top.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I thought it was just a fucking accident, like maybe the pilot lost control and crashed. So I was at school making jokes with my friend. One of my friends, his name was Lane, and I go, Lane, Who the fuck told you could crash a plane? Look at you, man. You just crashed it into the Twin Towers, man. Those were nice towers. You had to go and fuck it up.
But
Then class starts. The second plane hits the towers. I'm like, oh, shit. Shit just got real.
But there's so many there are so many questions on, was this to distract us to go after Saddam because he dropped the dollar?
Oh, no doubt. I mean, what pretext did we really have to go after Saddam Hussein? He had nothing to do with 9/11.
No.
And it was the whole pretext. He had WMDs, but yet we never found any WMDs. And there was no evidence to support that he had WMDs. But yet that's why we went to war, because he supposedly had weapons of mass destruction. Okay? Until you actually have evidence to go to war with somebody, don't go to fucking war with somebody. That was bullshit. And the pretext alone that he might have had WMDs was not enough. He needed 9/11.
But Bush Jr. wanted revenge on him because he tried to kill his dad. Oh my God! How childish this guy is. And then I mean, any leader who decides to drop the dollar, no longer use it, all of a sudden we gotta go kill him.
Yep.
Gotta go kill him. Why? Why do we gotta go over there and kill the person who says, well, we're going to drop the dollar because it's not worth it. It's shit. It's crap. Whatever. Muammar Gaddafi, he was going to bring out the dinar, a gold currency.
Yep. And now he's dead.
Yeah.
It's not surprising. I mean, there's a freaking pattern here, and it's like this same pattern with all these dead celebrities. All these celebrities speak out, and all of a sudden they wound up dead, having allegedly committed suicide because they had mental problems or this or that. Michael Jackson spoke out numerous times about the secret societies going on within the entertainment business, and all of a sudden he's getting labeled and investigated for child rape. And when that didn't work, he winds up dead. I mean, I find that to be an amazing coincidence. I mean, I don't know whether or not he did or he did not do those things.
His songs were #1 worldwide except one place. United States.
Oh, yeah. That's why he shot that music video in Brazil. That nobody cares. All I want to say is nobody cares about us. He shot that music video in Brazil. And it was received the world over. And there was a reason he was a king of pop. He had a lot of freaking talent. Now, whether or not he was actually guilty of what he was accused of, I don't know. I can't say.
No.
I saw Macaulay Culkin back in 2008 at SummerSlam. He happened to be on the balcony of the Staples Center smoking a cigarette when I happened to go out and smoke a cigarette. And this was prior to those photos of him coming out. He did not look good. I mean, he looked like Macaulay Culkin. But you can definitely tell he's been through some shit in his life. So yeah. I can't wholeheartedly say what that might have been that resulted in where he is now. Not only career-wise, but, you know, the shit that he's been through. He's clearly been through a lot of shit. And I'm not going to speculate and point fingers that it was this or that, because I honestly don't know. I just know that the guy has clearly been through a lot of shit.
Yeah. If you think about it, you got some of these child actors who are now grown up who are broke. Broke. I mean, look at Gary Coleman. His parents ripped him off.
Yep. Same with Macaulay Culkin. Remember, he was fighting his parents in court because they were taking all his fucking money. He's doing all the hard work, doing all this acting in these movies, and then his fucking parents were spending it. I think, remember the Simpsons episode where Milhouse became a famous actor?
Yeah.
His parents did the same fucking shit. And I think that was Fox making fun of that whole thing.
I mean...
And it's really sad.
it is very sad to a huge degree. I mean that's like with like what happened to Jean-Benet Ramsey.
Yeah.
Her mom was in a pageant, and she got too old and shit. I mean, all of a sudden she got her to look like. I mean, got through the pageant and shit. All of a sudden now she's dead at 6 years old and shit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say that the world of media isn't a fucked up place, because it is. It can be a dark, cruel place. And it can fuck people up bad. Physically and psychologically. I'm not ruling out that there are probably some suicides that were legit. But I have to question all these deaths by all these people that were so outspoken. It's a little suspect.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I gotta ask, I've never really heard anything on it, but but with Bill Cosby and what went on with him and the whole rape allegations, did he at any point speak out against corruption in media or anything like that? No? He was never outspoken? Okay, what about O.J. Simpson? What about O.J. Simpson? Because when all that shit went down... O.J.
Simpson was known to be a womanizer. He was a womanizer. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of shit from what you hear today, but you're a bit older than me, so you would probably remember the whole thing a lot better than I would, because I was a little kid when that whole thing was going on. I remember that the trial lasted for 2 years, and it was all televised.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
yeah. Hold on. Come in.
Can I borrow your Guardian's one too?
Yeah, right there. Yeah, but I don't remember anything he's ever really said publicly about, as to whether or not he was ever outspoken about any of the things that were going on in the sports world or in the movie world or anything like that. So I was wondering if maybe that whole thing might have been a warning to him.
He was an actor, a former football player, a commercial spokesperson. I mean, the thing is, he was known to be violent to his wife. A very jealous guy. I mean, look at Rick Ruth.
Yeah.
He had a girlfriend that was pregnant, and he was about to start the season with the Carolina Panthers. He had her killed.
Yeah.
Now he's on death row for killing her.
Yeah, it's a screwy world, and I will not argue that there's some fucked up celebrities out there. I mean, take a look back to one of our last roundtables when we had Tommy McCardle on. What we were talking about with Chris Benoit. I mean, initially, they thought, he was a drug user and he just fucking flipped his lid. But then you find out that when they did that autopsy on his brain, that there were no drugs in his system. He just lost his shit because of all the concussions and whatnot that he sustained in his career.
Even though I am an NFL fan, I mean I am a big NFL fan, but I do believe if you spend 10 to 15 years putting your body through the ringer and you crack your head on a play, and I mean, the NFL is a business.
Yeah.
And a lot of these the former players are suing NFL over the concussion. That's same with WWE. Former wrestlers are suing the company over over the concussion thing.
Right.
And I mean, you
Did Cole just
look
try to
at
join the conversation?
he tried to. Hopefully, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, because it notified on the phone, so I'm shutting the phone off.
Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, he.
Yeah, well, I'm turning the phone off so that if he tries to reconnect, it'll reconnect here instead of trying to connect on my phone.
Okay. Yeah, it says Cole joined the group chat at 18:09. That's much of time.
Yeah. It's just, there's a lot of questionable shit that goes on in the world. And I think it's stupid that a lot of these athletes are suing WWE or the NFL because they got hurt or suffered concussions. You knew what you were getting into when you signed up for it, okay? You've been playing fucking football and been in wrestling since you were in fucking middle school. You know the risks. You accept the risks because that's what you wanted to fucking do.
I mean, most of them you got who are druggies, alcoholics, just trying to get through the depression after they're getting older. I mean, look at John Cena. He's 40.
Yeah.
He's 40. And
I don't have a drinking problem. I have a life problem. Drinking just helps me cope. Thing is, I don't drink all that much. I only just drink on camera, truthfully. I like to get drunk and yell at the camera. In fact, that's my whole shtick. Like, I'll walk into the fucking house and be like, hey, I'm going to get drunk and go yell at the camera. Okay, Chris, have fun.
I mean, you look at, okay, your alter ego. Was it Mr. Giggles? Okay, awesome, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, and now you got Alex Jones pulling this rainbow snatch out of his ass. That is a total fucking ripoff, man.
Yeah, when I first saw that video, I thought maybe he was sharing somebody who was talking shit on him, but I got to think, I'm like, why would he be sharing somebody who's talking shit on him? Obviously it's a fucking work. And then I actually sat down and watched Connor's video. In fact, when I was watching Connor's video, as I was editing it, he got to that segment where he was actually talking about Rainbow Snatch and said that her and Mr. Giggle should hook up. I lost my fucking shit, dude. Because I was setting up for my next video, and I was watching that shit, and he said that. I'm like, I fell on the bed, the camera fell over, I'm laughing, I'm freaking, motherfucking Connor!
I'm wondering if Alex Jones is trolling you guys.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it a little bit. I know he fucking follows our shit. You gotta believe he follows our shit. Because it's way too much of a coincidence that all these elements
way too much.
have been ripped off from the Worldwide Resistance Network by Infowars.com. If you're watching this, you are the resistance. Fear porn. War porn. Rainbow Snatch. Come on. That's 4 for 4.
The guy is making millions of dollars, and he cannot come up with something on his own.
Of course not. He's just going to try to rip off everybody else. He's doing the same thing that WWE did back in the day. Like Tommy would say something on a podcast or on one of his videos, and a few weeks later or a few months later, you'd hear the same phrase uttered in commentary on a WWE pay-per-view or something. This actually happened a few times, and Wade's pointed, or Tommy McCardle. I always call him Wade. I've always known him as Wade ever since we were kids. And, he's pointed this out to me a few times and actually showed me the correlations. I'm like, holy fucking shit. So it's not an uncommon practice for people to and major corporations to do that kind of shit. It's not at all surprising.
I did see a video of Sherry Martinez nude.
What?
Yeah,
You watched what?
a video of Sherry Martinez nude.
Nice.
Not too bad, man. Not too bad.
Well, I mean, a lot of these women, they're not bad-looking women. I mean, they're muscular, they're toned, but they're not bad-looking women at all.
I've seen a couple with Sunny. I've
I
seen
don't
a few with
care.
China.
I don't care if she's older, dude. I would still fuck Sonny.
I want to fuck her though.
Oh, I would. I would.
About 9 years ago. Okay, 9 years ago, I hooked up with a MILF, man, a 42-year-old chick. She was 11 years older than I am, and I tell you what, MILF pussy, holy shit,
Oh,
damn.
Women can surprise you no matter what age, no matter what size. I mean, a lot of people don't like bigger women, but some of the best lays I've had were freaking with big women. You know, Genevieve, she's not skinny, but she is a good-looking woman. Let me tell you. Oh my God, she is one of the best lays I've ever had. And you know what? Also, one of my best slays was also a skinny woman. I've had lays who were skinny who were really good lays, and some who were really bad lays. And some women who were bigger were great lays, and some weren't. It's just hit or miss sometimes. It's not necessarily size or age.
About 12 years ago, I was on this chat line where you're on the phone, you call this line, and you talk to people and shit.
Okay.
And I talked to this gorgeous 22-year-old Latina. Holy shit, god dang. Met her on the first night. We fucked for 2 hours and shit.
Oh, wow.
And she goes, no more. I'm like, come on. That's just the beginning here, man. You know, but she was cool, man. I mean, she was the coolest chick I ever met. And it was about the same time that my son's mom left my ass.
Oh, shit.
And the worst thing I did was I told her about it.
At least you were honest.
I was honest, but she got pissed off. But now,
Yeah, you fucked up, but you know, at least you were honest about it.
12 years later, I'm 41 years old. Shit. I met a 29-year-old through Facebook.
Yeah, see me, I don't do the whole online dating thing. I will never do the whole online dating thing. I did that once, and I wound up getting hit on by some chick who was actually only 14 years old, and I'm like, no, cut that shit off at the pass. I fucking quit with the online dating thing.
This is my first time, though.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just talking, and it'll probably be that, just talking. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
well, when I meet her, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, it's like the saying goes, it's all fun and games until somebody buys a plane ticket.
yeah.
And, you know, for some people it can work out. Statistically, it generally doesn't. But, you know what, if you can find happiness, you know, pursue it however you want. For those who might be watching this that I know who have gone through that fucking internet fucking dating bullshit, and it keeps blowing up in their faces, it's time you learn from your mistakes and hang up the cape. Quit trying to fucking fit a square peg into a circle hole.
I mean, I've learned over the last 12 years that if you feel ready to find that person, I mean, if you're ready, you're ready.
Yeah.
If you're not, you're not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not so much worried about relationships. You know, everybody thinks, oh, I'm in love with this person or I'm in love with that person. I'm not really in love with anybody. I mean, I can love a person. I can even be in love, but I'm not like in a position where I'm friends with somebody and, oh, I'm head over heels in love with you. I need to fucking be with you. I've never been like that. I was accused of being like that when I was younger, but, you know, as an adult, you know, I'm not even remotely like that. It's just, I don't do the whole love at first sight thing. And I'm very, very fucking, not reserved. What is the term that I'm looking for? Maybe reserved is the term. I hold myself back before I really get to know somebody. I really take the time. I really try to take the time to get to know somebody before I even jump into a relationship dynamic.
I don't believe in that love at first sight thing. Don't believe in it. It's a big fairy tale bullshit.
It is.
I mean, you hear it on talk shows, you see it in movies, and like, dude, the first love sight thing is bullshit.
Yep.
Always has been bullshit, and will be bullshit. I mean, you got to get a grip here.
Yep.
And if you don't agree with me, hey, cry me a fucking river. Hey, I mean, I'm at my age where if I want to be with somebody, I'll take that leap one last time.
Yeah.
Because I want to grow old with somebody. I want to grow old and enjoy our final moments together.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
And it's hard to do that because nowadays you have, I mean, the divorce rates here in the U.S. is high.
Yeah, it is. You know, maybe that's something we could explore next week. I mean, Thomas is divorced. You're divorced. I know pretty much everybody I know has been divorced. I'm probably the only one here who's never been married, no kids, except Cole. I think maybe, you know, he's never been married, no kids. I don't think Drummer Boy has ever been married. I think he's kind of young. He's still kind of coming up in that regard.
The thing is, I'm still married, but been separated for 12 years.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm divorced, but I'm not. Just been separated for 12 years.
Huh.
Too long.
Well, I think maybe this is something we should hold off on and maybe discuss when we've got everybody else back on the panel. You know, Genevieve, Tommy Bird, you know, maybe get Connor on as well. And we can explore this dynamics of, you know, maybe what does it take to make a relationship work in today's society? I think that's a fair question to ask, especially considering the family narrative is under attack.
I believe honesty, truth, understanding, and loyalty.
Yeah, trust and communication. Two big things. You gotta have it. Yeah. I think we've been. How long we've been doing this fucking thing? We've been at this for over 2 hours. Why don't we go ahead and call it? Yeah, let's go ahead and call it. I'm almost at pizza rolls, and I'm time to start my next beer. So, on behalf of Genevieve, Cole, and Tommy Bird, thank you guys for joining us. Grandmaster Evan, always a pleasure. For everybody watching, this is the Tin Man with the Resistance. If you're watching this, you are the Resistance. Peace out.
Peace.